We're just recollecting ourselves. We weren't expecting this.
It wasn't like a doll, though. I'm trying to say it wasn't like a doll. Like it turned. Its hand is upside down.
Like a person?
Like it turned over and I felt it touch me.
Yeah, you're giving me the fucking chills, bro. Straight up, you're giving me the fucking chills. Now I'm tripping. Now I'm mad I even got this shit, to be real.
In this small confined space, we had 77 bodies actually stacked.
Can you touch it again for us? Please? That was amazing. We appreciate that communication. The spirit that just made this EMF meter right here go to red, can you make it do that again? You have to be pretty powerful to do that.
These people, they were devil worshippers. They killed a crow, brought a dead crow with them. Did a, I don't know, what would you call
Pentagram?
it? A pentagram on the floor. Did some candles, put the crow in the middle of it, and they opened the door, and something came through. Open this one.
Huh?
Open that door.
I didn't open that door.
That door was 100%.
Goosebumps and my hair's going
Bro,
up
that
again.
door was 100% closed because we already came.
Did you do that? Nope.
To always open and respond to everyone.
Guess what? How deep is the shaft that I said that Scotties killed? You know, the kid was killed.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Yo.
It says it all, right?
That's the icing on the cake. Touch something.
Suicide.
What? And didn't he commit suicide?
Yep.
Oh my god. There it is.
Yeah, I caught that on video. That sent that to me. That was no joke, dude. That's not a coincidence.
Suicide and then confirms it with the REM pod.
Yep.
Real shit.
So just go up to the second floor and then come straight back. There's a room right above us. That's where we're gonna start this thing at. No. But after this, I'll have to like subscribe to your YouTube, right? You on Facebook or something. You know?
Yeah, bro, both. I'm down.
How are you? How are you? So we'll just go like right back there, and that's where we'll start the shit. It's part of the habit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the rhythm.
I'll give you the full rundown. You guys are on the floor.
Damn, I got a heavy ass feeling in my. Ooh. I got that feeling in my stomach.
Yeah, my
What do you
chest.
guys want? You guys go have fun. I trust you two.
Oh.
Yeah.
Definitely got a feeling in my stomach.
Right?
Like really odd feeling.
Dude, this place, like I said, so we're doing renovations, so we're making this place back to how it should have been in 1875.
Okay.
So it's getting more and more active, like
Yeah.
daily. It's getting, some days are like really bad.
They're not liking all the people coming in over here.
Yeah, some days I don't even go to the third floor by myself, put it that way. Like,
Damn.
I don't like the third floor sometimes, that's a weird floor. So, let me know whenever you're ready, man.
Stop at
You guys the
12:35.
whole spiel.
12:35 is the time we stopped at?
Yeah.
12:34?
All right, let's do it.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So you are in the Joseph Douglas building. This building was built in 1862 by Joseph Douglas. This whole second floor back in 1862 was used for retail shops, a doctor's office, a library, and things of that nature. The floor above us, the third floor, that was a boarding house for the miners. These miners were the highest paid miners in the United States. Per day, they made $4. Everywhere else in the nation, the miners were paid 80 to 85 cents. The reason miners up here were paid so much more was due to the incidents that happened below the ground in the mines. Cave-ins, Poison gas, explosions, accidents on the work site, falling down holes, things like that. You name it, it happened. A lot of people died down there.
Kind of like hazard pay.
Yeah, basically. Below the ground here in Virginia City, we have roughly 750 miles of mining tunnels. So no matter where you are, I can almost guarantee you, you're standing over an old mine. If you were to take these mines out and put them end to end, it would actually take you all the way to Arizona. That
Wow.
is absolutely insane.
That is insane.
Wow.
That covers a lot of ground.
A lot of stuff in this building is old. The building's showing its character. You got turn of the century wallpaper right here. This older stuff, that darker floral pattern, that is actually from 1862. That is the original paper that went up. Isn't that crazy?
Dude, that's insane. Oh yeah, right here.
That's 1862.
Uh-huh.
Turn it down. Yeah, there you go. You can see it better.
Yep. When that was put there, Abraham Lincoln was still the president, and the Civil War was still being fought.
Holy crap.
That's how this building is. I'll show you guys. I'll just walk a different direction than I'm going to do so you can really get a whole feel for this place.
Yeah.
So this is where they had the video on that, and they do just sitting there with the rods, and then you got that kid right here. You get hearing footsteps.
Oh yeah, yeah. On Twin Park.
That's common. Kids up here are common. Like there's a couple of child entities that I have.
I keep hearing about one Griffith.
Gretchen.
Gretchen.
Yep. I'll actually take you to the room she died in.
How'd she die?
She was hit and run over by a stagecoach. Right out front, actually.
Wow.
In these rooms, they're just locked. We have some stuff stored in those. There's some locked rooms all over the place.
Okay.
So this room, Ghost Adventures, was in here in 2009.
Oh crap.
That's unbelievable, man. So the Ghost Adventures were here in 2009, and two investigators were in here. I forget which ones there were, but they had an image taken of them. And right on the wall behind you, 3 shadows appeared. So we call that third shadow the Shadow Man. He's commonly seen here on the secondary floor. We actually believe that may be what they caught in the ballroom as well, because it was a shadow-like figure that walked across full body apparition for 7 full seconds.
Wow.
Wild. That was the first time anyone ever caught that, and that's why they became
That is
the Ghost
insane.
Adventures. They were given a TV show off of that footage. Paper right here, that was put up in 1862 as well. So like I said before, Abraham Lincoln was the president of the United States when that paper went up. Civil War was still fighting. But let's fast forward at 13 years to 1875. In 1875, the Millionaires Club bought this entire building. They turned the second and third level into the most affluent, beautiful building on the Comstock, basically.
Okay.
The Millionaires Club was found with 200 slots, so they only were open to 200 members. Now the membership included Mark Twain, Ulysses S. Grant, a few actors. Thomas Edison was one of them. If you know anything about San Francisco, Adolf Sutro, so on and so forth. In today's currency, if you wanted to be a member of the Millionaires Club, you'd be looking at roughly $3,500 to $3,600 a month. Surprisingly, in 1898, the Millionaires Club actually ran out of money, so they were officially disbanded.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Didn't know that. That's interesting.
Isn't that crazy? So I'll walk you guys up. So this used to be actually the old library too.
Okay.
We know that due to the fact that these wood beams are actually cut up, notched. They had a drop ceiling in here for storage space.
Gotcha.
And then in the 50s, they removed that ceiling and for whatever reason never replaced what was lost.
Okay.
I don't understand why, but they did. From up here, you guys can actually look down into the crypt right through here. It's kind of a different view. Like I said, back down to the crypt, when that was too full, they would just shove bodies off this little area.
This is cool to step on?
Yeah, you're good. We use this for like this fire suppression system and stuff. So you guys can have 2 different angles down there, you know.
So another view of the crypt. Sick.
And just don't hit your camera down there. That's a long ways down.
Yeah. It's probably not going to make that.
So I gave you guys the whole show
Oh, yeah.
earlier, but this is one of my favorite things to say. So Virginia City in the year 1876-77, we had a population of 25,000 people living up here. Los Angeles in the same year roughly had 8,000. We had more people here than in LA. Now we have 800, which includes myself. Los Angeles has roughly 12 million and some change.
Wow.
Kind of went like
800.
this.
So how long have you been out here?
I've been up here about a year and a half now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I bought myself a 3-story 1876 Victorian mansion, pretty much right behind the building. Yeah.
That is
How
so...
much was that?
I paid $290 for it.
What?
So.
It needs so much help, man. A lot of these buildings up here, and you'll notice nothing is straight.
But for you, that was a steal.
That's a steal, yeah.
History.
Oh, I love it.
Victorian style?
Yeah.
Or you can't beat that.
Dude, right? It just needs help. Previous owners didn't really know how to take care of the 40 implements.
It's alright, they got you.
This is a little Geronimo that we got chilling right there.
Geronimo, Apache Indian.
Right? And then watch your step right here. This will trip everybody.
Oh, gotcha. I see it.
It's
Yeah.
two ways. You see the little lip right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anyone falling. And if you guys want, you can drop that cable if you want to, so it's just a straight shot. Or that way nobody rushes that at night. Clothesline yourself.
That would suck.
So this right here, this is the old ballroom. This is actually where Ghost Adventures captured that full body apparition for 7 full seconds. They had their X-night vision camera put right there on that. This is actually taped from them in 04. They had it pointed in this direction at this back wall, and the apparition appeared right here for 7 full seconds. It actually walked towards us slowly. You can find that footage on YouTube. It is. So let's rewind back a couple of years to 1864, October 20th. There was a 10-year-old girl by the name of Gretchen playing outside. Now back then, the streets were not paved, right? So while she was playing in the middle of the dirt road, she was actually hit and run over by a stagecoach. It did not kill her right away. So they brought her up here to the ballroom, which in 1860s was actually the doctor's office. Unfortunately, about a couple hours, 2 to 3, she died up here from her injuries. Now Gretchen has been seen, she's photographed through that doorway right there, up against that lath. I've had people say they hear a little girl running around, laughing and playing on the 2nd floor. There was a guy here living upstairs in 83 and 84, 1983, 84. And he said on the Christmas Eve of 83, he heard a little girl actually running up and down the staircase. And the only people staying in the building that night were like 4 or 5 full-grown adults. So he came out to ask the girl, hey, can you stop running around the building? Like, I want to sleep. Nobody was there. Went back to his room. He would hear her running up and down the stairs again.
Creepy.
So we like to think that Gretchen is still here with us. We have a couple child entities that are here, as well as a lot of full-grown entities, and one that we believe is not of human origin, which I'll get into as soon as we get into that room. No, we're here.
I love it.
So this right here, this is an old mirror. This mirror was made in 1862, imported from Germany. With it being that old, you would think it would yellow, it would decrease in image quality, but it's actually made with diamond dust. So your light reflecting off it, you can really see it. So this is not dust specks, this is actually diamond flecks. It's actually backed by silver and mercury. It's the name for it is diamond dust, but you can see it.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that rad?
Picks it up good, yeah.
The main bar mirror that we have downstairs is actually made out of the same type of glass.
Wow.
Isn't that cool? So they know how to build stuff back then. If y'all follow me this way, watch your step right here. This is your power cable.
Oh, okay.
Charge anything, go ahead and use this as much as y'all want to.
Okay.
Watch this right here. This is another deviation that you can actually catch your toe on and, you know, get it hit hard in this room.
Go flying.
I don't want people to do that.
Yeah.
This right here, this is the original poker table from 1875. This was put up here for the Millionaires Club. So here you would have seen the members, Thomas Edison, Mark Twain, Ulysses S. Grant, so on and so forth, actually sitting right here. This is a Pharaoh playing card poker table. That's pretty rad.
That's crazy.
Ladies of the night in through this back door right here. It has a beautiful crystal doorknob in it.
That's the original one?
Yep, that is the original door. The reason they brought the ladies in through the back and not the front is because most of those women were ladies of the night, aka in today's street terms. And the majority of them were married, but not to each other, so you had to sneak them in through the back, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but that's the way things were back then.
Right.
I'll show you guys in this room an actual picture of an entity that was captured in
This is doorways. This is a sliding door.
I know. Was this like a corridor?
These are little pocket doors, so these would have slid out.
Oh, yeah.
Locked. Unfortunately, we can't use them yet until we're done renovating because there's no track right here anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
You pull these out and just like come out and just slam down, and you gotta like fight these big things and shove them back in. It's like, come on. So in this room, my other coworker Carl and a woman by the name of Miranda were going around the building on a one-on-one tour, taking selfies and things like that in the rooms. They came into this room, pretty much right behind where we were standing. She took a selfie, and what she captured.
Let me kill the light.
Yeah. So Miranda's face is right here on the right side. That's actually the entity that appeared over her shoulder. Yeah.
Holy
If I
shit.
had the higher quality image, there's actually a ruffled collar of the Victorian dress sitting right below her neck. That's the first and last time we've seen it. If you guys capture that, I would be stoked. But that is clear. A lot of the apparitions that actually appear up here are pretty clear. I can almost guarantee you guys may catch a lot of EVPs up here. So
Nice.
it's pretty active. Especially, like I said, with the renovation work. This place just is ramping up. And we had a rainstorm yesterday, so I think it's going to probably be pretty active tonight, too.
Yes.
So let's take you up to the 3rd floor, gentlemen.
Oh, last but not least.
Yeah, these are all the original handrails from 1862. They were actually hand tooled and carved. You can see the amount of work they put in it. So if you grab it, then your hand just slides perfectly.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Isn't that awesome?
Man, they had quality back then.
They knew how to do it, man. Well, that's, back then you put your name on what you were putting out.
Right.
So you had to save that. This right here is made out of, I think, 3 pieces. And this curve, if you run your fingers in it, there's really no deviation in the wood. It's perfect.
Damn.
There's no machinery. That is all hand tools. Isn't that awesome?
Damn. Got super cold right here. Is there some type of airflow?
Yeah, this window's broken. So is that one. So air moves right through here.
I love clowns.
Yeah, there's sulfur here up here.
What's up?
There's sulfur.
Just now?
No, wait.
Oh, earlier? Okay. So this is Scotty's room. Scotty was a bartender here at the Washoe Club in the 1980s. He lived in this room with his 14-year-old son. In 1982, his 14-year-old son and his son's friend were playing down in Silver City. Back in the 80s, mine ventilation shafts were not fenced off like they are nowadays. Unfortunately, Scotty's son and his son's friend went right over a hill and right into like a 1,200-foot drop of ventilation shaft for both the kids. So in 82, after that happened, Scotty came upstairs and due to his grief, he took a gun to his head and ended his life right here in this room. People still catch a male voice up in here, like an EVP. When I'm down in the crypt, sometimes I'll hear like the heavy, footsteps walking around, and it sounds like all this furniture up here like is getting adjusted, but it doesn't move. When I come up here, it's all in the same spot, so it's really weird. Back in time, more than the 1980s, we're talking about the 1870s, 1873, June 29th and then June 30th, there was a fire that happened due to an explosion next door. So June 29th, before I get to that, so the building next door was the Roos Brothers like clothing shop, if you will. It was like a Sears Roebuck & Co. back then. The back half of the building, which would have been right next door, not this wall, the wall next to it, right next to it, this building, that was like an apartment. Living in one of those apartment buildings was a gentleman by the name of General Jacob von Bachlen. During the Union military in the Civil War, he was like an explosives expert. After he got out, it's only fitting that he came up to the mines to be a demolitions man, right? Well, back then they didn't store explosives in the depot. He actually stored them in his room. He also had a pet monkey, and this is in the old newspapers that he had a pet monkey. On June 29th at about 11:30 at night, the monkey kicked over 6 cans of nitroglycerin. It caused a chain reaction, triggered all the other explosives he had there, and detonated the entire back of that building. That building no longer existed. Jacob's torso was found in the street with no head, arms or legs on it. There was a guy who was killed 100 feet down the street by a flying iron door. There was a guy killed, his name was Charles Knox. He had the roofing timbers, actually, they fell on top of him, and the firefighters couldn't pull the timbers off in time, and so he burned to death. And then living in this room, you had Ed B. and Bill Elladine. Elladine was 8 years old, and they both were killed in the explosion. The explosion killed 10 people and injured countless others. There's a lot of little kids' toys up in here, as you guys can tell, because Ella likes to move stuff.
Are we free to use this stuff?
Yep, and that is the ball I was about to point out. She loves to move that thing.
I was about to say, it caught my eye.
Yeah, so I've come up here with that ball, and I've had it right there. Came back in the next morning, the ball was gone. It was downstairs where the spiral staircase is capped off, on the far side of it. So I picked it up, put it back up here, late at night, because I was the last person up here. Came back in the next day, the ball was gone. I found it through this room. There's a little doorway on that side and then a little hallway right there, and it was at the bottom of that hallway against the very back door. So I grabbed it and set it around. Later that night when I was the last person, I locked it in those cabinets, came back in the next day, and the ball was gone. And then I think it was about a week and a half later, the ball actually appeared right under this green chair. So stuff up here moves all the time, so please feel free to see if you can get Ella.
Move some stuff around and see if she can move it. What's her name?
Her name is Ella.
Ella,
So
okay.
I was up here by myself one night just doing some of this drywall work up here. And this little girl, I heard a laugh, loud, right to this doorway. And this was in broad daylight. And I was on the phone with my grandma. And she heard the laugh. And she was like, I thought you said you were up there alone. I was like, yeah, I am.
Damn.
I can't explain it, but it was loud. It was like, right outside that. And then 5 minutes later, I heard heavy boots walk down one of the hallways on the 3rd floor past that doorway. So you'll hear a lot of crazy stuff. I can show you when we get back downstairs some EVPs that I've caught of like heavy breaths up here on the 3rd floor.
Yes,
Right in my
I would love to hear that, yeah.
It's great.
Is that a real moose head?
Yeah.
Damn.
We got a lot of taxidermy we're going to be putting up all throughout the building. That thing is heavy. I've had to move it a few times.
Damn, thing's massive.
Right? It's a big movie.
It's that horn weight.
Basically, you got an old toilet right behind you. Old commode chair.
Commode.
No shame.
Yep. None at all.
Yeah.
You're sitting right there.
Right here, this is Annabelle. She's known to actually randomly rock from time to time. So if you guys play like Scott Joplin, the Tiger Leaf Rag, Maple Leaf Rag, and things like that, it's possible she might actually move. I've had a lot of people report that they come in and she's doing stuff like this. That's an 1800s porcelain doll that was donated to us. And I actually have a real cool picture that someone sent to us. It's hard to explain, but it's pretty rad. Check that out.
What the
You can tell it's
heck?
nobody doing this. The floor is actually solid. The lath is
everything,
clear.
yeah, everything's
But
clear.
that.
It's like it's leaving.
Isn't that weird?
That's
Let me
crazy.
kill the light.
This is little Annabelle. And there she is right there. So
That's
there's a lot of
insane.
activity that happens up here.
Is this one okay?
I think so. Is it? Yeah.
No, I just walked.
Oh shit. Okay. Clyde, can you just hold this real quick and read that? So Clyde's gonna read a few incidences that we're going to check out here while our time here.
Alright, so the first one we did in the very beginning, it was the Crypt. So it had 73 dead bodies stored in at one given moment. Yeah, we read too, it said that it was like a secondary morgue if the morgue was full.
Right.
And then there is a hollowed ice spirit in the ballroom. We'll be checking that today.
Okay.
It says there's a girl named Gretchen. She's 10 years old. She is seen in a red dress. She haunts the second floor. I think we're on the second
We're
floor.
on the second
right?
floor.
Okay,
Yep.
so she haunts the second floor. That's where we're at right now. She was standing out in the road in front of the building, and she got ran over by a stagecoach. She didn't die. She was brought upstairs on the second floor. At that time, was a hospital where she later perished from her accident. So we should be seeing her on this floor. And then it says June 2nd, 1982. There's a man named Scotty who unfortunately lost his son. After the accident of his son passing away, he ended up taking his own life.
And was that also here on the second floor?
That one is second floor. You're right. It says you can hear him pacing around, grunting or making noises. And sometimes catch him standing at the top of the stairs when we'll get to him. Just see him standing at the top of the stairs on their way to the third floor. And then last thing, third floor, is room 12. That'll be the last thing we go to. And supposedly it is haunted, not supposedly, it is haunted by an angry, physically aggressive demon. There have been many pictures and incidents of people going to that room and coming out with scratches, red marks.
And the claw marks are 3 claws, which
Yeah.
is demonic.
Exactly.
And they caught a picture of an actual red demonic hand with 3 claws in the window.
And they call it the Red Room, right?
Yeah, they call it the Red Room. Do you want to tell them how the demon got here?
So the guy was saying that about 9 years ago, they people like us stayed overnight, but these people they were devil worshippers. They had killed a crow, brought a dead crow with them. Did a what would you call
Pentagram?
it? A pentagram on the floor. Did some candles, put the crow in the middle of it, and they opened the door, and
then-
something came through.
And then continuous groups continued to play the Ouija board in that room and things like that, which is
And
why that's
just
not allowed.
kept feeding it. Yeah. There's a couple pictures of it. Does not look like a human. It looks like a creature. And that'll be the last stop we do today. And Twisted Family, I am fucking scared.
Because of that damn doll?
The damn doll. So I'm shaking the nerves off right now, but that damn doll, that shit was wild. It scared the hell out of me. I don't know if we got it, but it touched me. And I was sitting there trying to fix it, and it's hard to explain, but it wasn't like it just kind of, it didn't unravel. I felt the hand physically, the little plastic fingers touched my hand, and it rattled me for a while. I think I was down for like an hour.
Yeah.
It rattled me.
Yeah, we took a break.
I was literally just like I was just stuck. Like I was scared. So then we did a prayer. Malcolm prayed for me. I did a prayer, and we're back out here. So let's get it. Go first.
Go ahead.
You hear us?
We're coming.
Be louder.
All right, where was the?
I said we hear you. Be louder, please.
This is for Ella, right?
Hey, who opened that door?
This is Scotty's room.
Who opened this one?
Huh?
Who opened that door?
I didn't open that door.
That door was
I'm covered in
100%.
goosebumps and my hair's going
Bro,
up
that
again.
door was 100% closed because we already came up.
Did you do that?
Nope. We didn't come.
But it's look, it has the chin on it though. Oh, we didn't even come through this. We came through the floor underneath us. That's how we did.
No, we came up here, Jake. We came through that door.
Oh, did we?
Y'all open it up?
This is where we opened when we came in, wasn't it?
No, we came through this.
So y'all do this?
No, I didn't do that. I don't work here. You sure you don't do that? Yeah. You positive that was closed?
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like no bullshit.
Dude, we swear on everything. I know 200%. I did not do that, and neither did he, because we walked. And literally, dude, the minute we walked in the door, we were, ugh. And at first I was like, oh, I wonder if they're in here or not. Literally, we were in here for half a second
Ella?
when we saw you open this little hangover right here.
Yeah,
You guys were
grunting at us.
Ella brought
Hell
you
no.
So
a
we
toy.
came in and it was literally like a. And
You hear
I was
that?
like, did you hear that, Jake?
No, you hear
This
this?
is your stuff, man. I don't know.
And we come here with respect as well. So if you can give us any type of sign, can you do something outside of the REM pod? Maybe open a door, push the ball down the stairs, knock this doll off the piano, move some furniture. Give us any other sign that you're here. Touch something.
Suicide.
What? Yeah. And didn't he commit suicide?
Yep. And due to his grief, he took a gun to his head and ended his life right here in this room.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Did you catch that on video? Yeah, I caught that on video. I have to send that to me.
That was no joke, dude. That's not a coincidence.
Suicide and then confirms it with the REM pod.
Yep.
Real shit. And speaking about suicide, if there's anybody out there that's sad or anything like that or wants to talk, our DMs are always open. We respond to everyone.
1200s.
Guess what? How deep was the shaft that I said that Scotty's 14-year-old kid was killed in?
1200.
1,200 feet. Unfortunately, Scotty's son and his son's friend went right over a hill and right into like a 1,200-foot drop. A ventilation shaft
Damn.
for both the kids.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Yo.
That says it all, right?
That's the icing on the cake. God, you can smell sulfur. Right there.
I don't want to smell it. I smell it.
Like, it stinks bad.
Yeah.
Right there.
I smell it here.
Did I just get scratched? Did I just get scratched on my back? No? Dude, I felt like a warm water running down my back.
Shoulder or not, or one shoulder. 50%.
Bro, my back feels hella hot. I promise you. You got it? Yeah. The other lights are dead, huh? Yeah. Everything's dead?
Except for this big one.
Alright, let's go. Good.
You're behind the wall, don't be scared. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so there's no audio in this video clip right here. There was an audio interference and it messed this up, but I did still want to show this footage. And the reason why is, do you guys see, does that look like a figure to you guys in that left door? Kind of standing in the shadow? To us, it does. It looks like a, 3.5, 4 foot figure just standing there, just kind of peeking over, looking that left side of the door. Again, this footage has no audio on it, but then again, the reason I'm showing this visual clip of me speaking at the table, there's the REM pod right there. This is that famous poker table in the Washoe Club, and then there's that haunted doll that we unboxed in part 1. The reason I'm showing this is because if you can see how passionate I am about explaining what's happening, there was words that came in through the EVP. It was a demon is here standing beside you. We got demon another few times. And this is, me and the group. That's me as in Malcolm. We are discussing that problem. And as you can see how passionate I am because of how serious and real this shit really is, guys. And I just wanted to show that to you. Some more, but as we're rolling into this next clip, mind you, we passed this mirror like at least 5-6 times and there was nothing on the mirror. There's even clips in the video you can go back and look at when we passed the mirror on footage and there's no prints on the mirror. It just so happens that as we're exiting the poker room and we look at this mirror, I noticed that there's 2 little kid handprints on it. So I went ahead and put my handprint next to those to show that how small that handprint is. And there's no one around us that has a handprint that small. It's just gnarly, and I just wanted to show you guys, this evidence. This shit is real, you know what I mean? And this just helps us on this journey to prove that. We were warned about this. They did tell us, hey, look, sometimes when you record, the audio's messed up. Go back and check it. And here we are during the editing process, and the audio is definitely messed up on a lot of the clips. The audio is messed up on about 3 hours of footage, but that's okay because even though the audio was messed up, we did catch stuff during that time. And I wish I could share that, but the really good stuff had audio, had visuals, so we're good to go. And as you can see in this clip right here that I'm showing you guys, that's us talking in the background. But we left the lasers and a camera recording in the right. It's to the right of the poker room. And we heard that's a hot spot, for EMF readings. So we set up right there. You see all the polka dots, the lasers, and with the night vision camera. And man, what we caught is insane. You can literally see a shadow walking by, super slow, super calm, but it does sound like he has boots on the floor. And last time I checked, they said that they can hear Scotty walking around. They can hear his boots. It sounds like his boots moving, furniture moving. But whatever this shadow was, sounds heavy.
So that was a 10-story hotel that was like the craziest hotel on the West Coast. It was the first hotel to have working elevators and of course, and stuff. But it burned down in 1914. And the story goes that in the back of that building was buried today. It was such a melting pot of different cultures. What you have there, it's the blue stuff, there's so many different possibilities. It's around. But, this place is just, it's like there's so much still to learn about it. I feel about learning this over a year.